Okay, in this video, we're gonna be doing some examples about trapezoids, okay? So, we got this trapezoid, it's an isosceles trapezoid, we got KLMJ, and they're telling you that this is 118 degrees. They wanna know what's the value of angle A, angle B, and angle C. Well, in the properties of trapezoids, the base angles are congruent. So basically, we know that angle K is congruent to angle L, and angle J is congruent to angle C. So basically, this angle is the same thing as this angle, and this angle is the same thing as this angle over here. So angle A is pretty simple. Angle A is gonna be 118 degrees. What about angle B? Well, angle B and angle K are supplementary. Consecutive, this one over here and this one over here are supplementary. This one and this one over here are supplementary. So in this case, angle K plus angle B add up to 180 degrees. They are supplementary. So that's easy. All right. So we got this one over here already. So basically, angle B is going to be equal to 180 minus 118 degrees. If you do that calculation, that should give you a quantity of, I think is 62 degrees. Yeah, 62 degrees. So the answer will be 62 degrees. So basically, what we got is 118, 62 degrees, and guess what? Angle B is also, angle C is also going to be 62 degrees. All right, so let's take a look at the next one here. Let's move it up. Find the lengths of the diagonals. So we got a trapezoid. So one thing that we know about trapezoids, and one of the properties that we know, is that the diagonals are congruent. So in this case, KM, this one over here, has to be congruent to JL. So basically, this one is congruent to this diagonal. So we set them equal to each other. So Km is basically 6x minus 7, right there. And JL is 3x plus 2. Now we are solving the linear equation. Subtracting 3x from both sides, that should be 3x. Adding 7 to both sides of the equation, that should be equal to 9. Let me see, 3x, 9. And then we divide both sides by 3, and that should give you what you want. All right? And that's going to equal to 3. X is equal to 3. Now, they are not asking for x. They're asking for the length of the diagonals. So we just plug in the x into each one of them. So if you want to find out what is km, well, km is 6 times 3 minus 7. And that will be 18 minus 7, that will be 11. And then JL has to be the same thing, has to be also 11 because they're equal to each other, but you can check your answer by doing the same thing. 3 times x, x is 3, plus 2, I'm using this, right? That's going to be equal to 9 plus 2, which is 11. All right. So let's take a look at more examples. Now we're going to be dealing with the mid-segment theorem, right? So they're giving you a trapezoid. It's not an isosceles trapezoid, it's a regular trapezoid with a 90-degree angle here and a 90-degree angle over here. And they're telling you that this base is 12 and this base is 28. And they want to find out what is the measurement of MN. So let's call this one MN. That's basically what I'm trying to figure out. So basically to find out the mixed segment of a trapezoid, it's a mixed segment because this side over here is the same thing. This segment over here is the same thing as this one, and this one is the same thing as that one, even though the picture doesn't look that great. Well, it's basically the average. Okay, so the mid segment here, let's say write it down as MN. It's going to be the average. So basically it's going to be adding this one plus that one and divided by 2. So it's going to be basically PQ plus SR divided by 2. It's the average. So PQ is 12. All right. SR is 28. And you divide everything by 2. And that should give you the measurement that you want, which is basically 20 inches. So this one over here is 20 inches. Right. So let's see if you guys can figure it out. The next one here is a little bit different because I'm giving you the mixed segments and I want to know one of the sides or one of the bases. Pause the video, see if you're able to figure it out. All right, so let's do this one over here. It's a little bit complicated because I'm not giving you this one, I'm giving you the mid segment. But again, you write down the same equation. So, I don't know. Let's we're gonna be doing 13, right? Plus x. So the sum of the bases divided by 2 should give you 19. Now we gotta solve this equation for x. Now some of you will say, oh, well, that's too complicated because it's a fraction. But guys, it's really simple. You need to multiply everything by the common denominator, which is 2. So algebra 101, guys. So this is what you got. If you multiply this side of the equation by 2, you gotta do the same thing here. And let me move it up a little bit. And if you do that, 2 cancels out with 2, and now we got 13 plus x equals to 19 times 2. That will be 38, right? And then we subtract 13 from both sides, and that should give you the answer, which in this case is going to be 25 units. All right, that's it right there. Guys, don't forget to do your assignments.